last 10 games. The Flyers have a pair of wins over the Bruins already this season, both coming in shootouts. The Flyers take on the Bruins on Tuesday night at 7. Catch the game on 97.3 ESPN. With this 97.3 ESPN Flyers Minute,
So,
I'm Kevin Durso.
I really just canceled the Sixers. Yeah, I was just going to say I heard that on the radio. Another thing, too, I was thinking of is
ESPN, WENJ, WENJ HD, Millville, Atlantic City.
I didn't hear back from Freeway yet, but the reason why we have
The Jacob Media
let's do this.
Sports
I'm gonna put this
Network,
on the
in
air,
partnership with 97.3 ESPN, presents The Midday Show with Eitan Shander on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN mobile app. Now, here's Eitan Shander.
and Jeff Mosher with you, not only here through your radio speakers, but on the app, 97.3 ESPN.com/app. You can watch the two of us streaming across all platforms from at Jeff Mosher NFL, Twitter/Periscope, to the Facebook Shander and the Twitch stream as well. We are live, and there is something that I wanted to bring up because we're going to be hanging out for a little bit. I'm not going to put a finite time on it right now, especially when we're dealing with leagues right now closing down their play because of the threat, and threat is the operative word here, of coronavirus. And you mind something that anybody who's spent even a week of their time paying attention to the Phillies last year is going to get a real kick in the ass out of this. So there are a couple of things, but here's what I wanted to just throw at you. The intro song is Simon Says by Pharoah Monch.
Right.
Because one day, this is earlier in the previous show's existence, where
I was listening. I remember.
you remember that, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So Farrell came on. We talked a little bit because it was Mets Phillies.
Yeah, I was like your PR guy that day. I was tweeting it out.
Nice.
Arrow Munch on the show.
Nice. And I know that you were thinking, and rightfully so, because if the situation was reversed and I was not in that interview and had the wealth of knowledge and range that you could cover with Farrell, probably thinking like, oh man, like, yeah, I can expect it from Harry, but now Shander should have asked this. And point of being is, we have the opportunity now to do one of two things. We can create a new song and have it be something to us, or we can get Farrell back on the show.
I vote B.
Get Farrell back on the show.
Yeah,
okay.
I vote B.
Okay. And now with the Mets, Eli Manning no longer a Giant.
His sports life must absolutely suck.
Well, that's, I think, what we should talk to him
It
about.
must just be awful.
We should talk to him about how miserable it is right now to be a Mets, Giants,
Knicks, probably, I would
absolutely Knicks tape fan. Yeah.
Wow. The fact that the Mets might be his most, I guess, his best performing
His
team.
promising team, yeah.
That's rough.
Oh, he'll spend the whole time just reminding us about Pete Alonso. He'll find like 50 different ways to rhyme Pete Alonso and then just be like, see ya. He won't let it get to a point in which we talk about the Philadelphia side of it. But then we can kind of gloss over it and go with what we did in the previous show and be like, yeah, we have Farrell at the beginning because Farrell came on and talked to us.
Right.
So I just wanted to bring that up ahead of time and kind of see where you went with it.
I'm just wondering when the imaging changes to actually include my name. I know it's only day 2 here.
Well,
and there's some uncertainty about me, but you know.
There's no uncertainty from my end.
Okay.
I'll say this. It took a little bit to get the imaging from the previous show.
I got you.
You've been hanging out with Shander too.
Oh, here we go.
Already.
Here we go. Did you ever see
I
Navy
knew Mike was
SEALs?
listening, by the
You've
way.
been
That's
in the
why.
house for 10 minutes and you're already a complainer?
Actually, yesterday. That was day 1. This is now day 2.
Yeah, I waited a day, Mike.
Really? Here's the thing.
Jeez.
Or maybe it's something else. Maybe Mosher was just wearing a mask for the past 6 or 7 months, doing what he needed to do in front of you, and now this is the real Mosher taking the mask off like, ha-ha.
The Mass Sports Talk show host.
I'm just saying. Have you ever seen Navy SEALs
No.
with Charlie Sheen?
I'm familiar with the movie. I've never seen
Josh?
it.
Mike's never seen a movie in his life. You know that.
Josh, I appeal to you, sir.
I've seen it because it was one of those movies that you're supposed to watch and then you barely remember it after.
Okay, so you know when I say God from Navy SEALs, right?
God.
The sniper.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's who Gil is. Like, he just comes in. Like he's hovering and hovering and hovering, and you never know when that shot's coming.
He's armed and ready
right,
to go.
but if you remember that,
I think you just gave Gil a compliment.
I did. Well, no, it's not even. No, I wouldn't even emotionally charge. It's more of an observation. It's a very neutral observation. But he's just hovering and hovering, and there he is, comes in out of nowhere. It could be 2 minutes into the show. It could be 48 minutes into the show.
Yeah.
So Charlie Sheen and these guys were Navy SEALs, and they would infiltrate and kind of, extract
I think
hostages.
I may have seen the movie.
I think you have. To Josh's point, it was a really popular, almost
Right.
like cult classic type, war type movie, and they had a sniper, and the sniper would always be like up above a building, and be like, "All right, God," they call him that, and then he'd just pop in. So that's
the hand of God.
unbelievable, man. Now we have the voice of.
Well, in all the
Oh, here it
with
is.
motion,
Oh!
he doesn't typically. He's not like a complainer. He doesn't have like conspiracy theories against him. 5 minutes with you, and it's already complaining, conspiracy theories. I mean, come on, what's going on?
I feel like that was Mike's indirect way of blaming you, Eitan. Like you
Not
rubbed
indirect.
off on me.
Okay.
In less than 2 days.
Maybe there is actually something to the consistency, right? Because it's not like Jeff is just coming on here saying, "Hey, I hate, man, I tell you, I can't stand being in the same room with Gil and Josh and Ryan. It's just a nice change of scene." It's not like he's complaining about arbitrary stuff.
Oh, trust me, Jeff is very happy to get away from me banging into his chair every day.
It's not that. It's the.
It's a tight fit, though.
Do you know Josh has to stand up every time he's going to talk? Like, he is the king of some fiefdom, and we all have to bow to him. He
Whoa!
literally stands up.
Maybe Gil's onto something.
Now, he'll pass it off as, well, the microphone is high, as if you can't reach and grab the microphone down to your mouth. He stands up to let everybody in the room know that Josh Hennig has to say
But
something.
what he's not mentioning on the air here is that because of where that fourth mic is situated, if I sit down and talk on that mic, I cannot see Mike Gill at all behind the board.
Why do you need to
Because
see Mike? He's 5 feet from you.
Because I gotta let him know that I want to say something, and I don't want to just type a message and just shake my hand at
You
him.
buying
and
this? Like, he can't just raise his hand
Well,
or give a hand signal like we all
raise
do
my
to each
hand.
other?
It's not
Just
that, no.
kindergarten.
Hold on. I think we need a little more clarity. Because Josh standing up and grabbing the mic is you getting banged every time in your knees. Is that what you're saying? Like that? There's a correlation to that?
To me, it's just the absurdity of Josh has to stand up and proclaim something every time he wants to talk.
Okay, so it doesn't really impact you as far as like banging your knee.
No, that's
not anymore
just,
because you're not here.
By the way, the sniper was Bill Paxton.
Oh, I like Bill Paxton.
See?
You should watch this movie then, Mike.
Okay,
Is
can
he
you
in
go?
Twister? Is that Bill Paxton? Twister?
Absolutely,
Okay.
yes.
No,
Yeah,
good
Coleman, Paxton.
Bill Paxton, big love.
Yeah,
Right.
now that's not. That's the Mormon show, right?
Yes, excellent.
Yeah, you're starting to dip a little bit in Paxton's work. You should have led with what I did, which is God. I don't think that Paxton can outdo that. Come on, you're talking about a sniper in a cult classic movie with Charlie Sheen.
Floyd God Dane,
Now-
played by Bill Paxton.
Bill Paxton, Weird Science.
Yes, older brother Chet. Now, can
That's
you, Josh, go through some popular names who are in that movie, Navy SEALs?
Oh, well, there's some great names. First of all, you got Dennis Haybert.
Oh, I'm a big Dennis Haybert fan.
From what?
Oh, well, he was the president in
He was
24.
Yes.
President
He was,
Palmer.
also, he was the first black president.
Yes.
Remember that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, before Obama. even.
You're right.
And he was
10 years
in.
before
He was
Obama
in the
came
commercials, right?
No, Haysbert, the Allstate.
Oh,
You're
and
in
Major
business.
League, of course. He's Pedro Serrano.
He is Serrano.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably the most underrated role of anybody famous. Okay,
Absolutely.
so we start with Haysbert. Great role there.
Hey, Port?
Haysbert.
Bert. Okay. How
Are
about
you
a
involved in
nice
this too? I didn't know.
greasy
Classic
pork
baritone
sandwich
voice on Haysbert.
served in a dirty ashtray.
All right, who's next here? What other
Then you got
voice?
Michael Biehn.
I'm sorry?
Michael Biehn.
Michael Bain.
Yeah. Aliens.
Yes.
Not McBain.
No.
None.
Mendoza! Not
Isn't that
McBain,
the
no.
character in Batman, Bane, the villain?
Yes, he's one of the villains of Batman.
No, but that's
Good job,
played
Mike.
by Tom Hardy. Now we're getting off here.
Michael's getting a fast education in
Give
comics,
us
and I never
like,
wanted to
for
have.
people who don't know Michael Bain, give us like top 2 roles. Top Aliens is one. Give us another one.
He was in the Terminator movie.
Yeah,
the
the
first
first
one,
one.
very first one.
He
Yeah,
was
the
he
original.
was the main star. going
Yeah,
up
it was
against
Kyle, It
Arnold.
was Kyle Reese who traveled back
Right,
in time.
thank you. Okay, that's a good one. All right, next. We already know Charlie Sheen's in this.
Oh, by the way, Michael Bain was in Tombstone, one of Mike Gill's favorites.
Tombstone is a fantastic movie, absolutely.
Johnny Ringo, Mike.
Okay,
Yep.
yeah.
He was one of the Cowboys,
Huckleberry.
right, Ringo?
Yes.
So,
Johnny Ringo.
who else now? We already have Charlie Sheen.
Joanne Whaley.
Oh, she was Charlie Sheen's, like, girlfriend or wife?
The love interest, yeah.
Okay, love interest, right.
Yeah, I don't remember her.
Now,
Go ahead.
give us one more famous person. Or have we hit that point?
No,
If you're going to Johnny Ringo, I think you hit it.
No, I look, I think the guy who played Terminator is pretty famous.
Yeah, well, he was before Ringo.
Paul Sanchez.
Oh, yeah, you definitely know.
Ron Joseph. He's been in a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Ronald G.
I got one
Joseph.
more for you. Rich Rosovich.
Yeah, I saw him too.
I don't remember.
Rick Rossovich.
Rick Rossovich.
Yeah.
Top Gun. He's
Yes.
also in Terminator.
You definitely know him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Now that
He
yeah,
was
I get
Viper?
that.
Was he Viper in
Slider.
Top Slider? Yes.
Slider, right.
Nice pull.
Yeah, that is a good pull.
That's a great pull right there.
Yeah,
All right.
there he is right there.
Yeah,
Top-
good old
top
Rick
guy.
Ross.
Yeah.
You know, that's the original Rick
That's
Ross.
the original OG.
Well,
Rick
yeah,
Ross.
think about it. Like, well, Rick Ross, the rapper, was named Rossovich, but he had to change his name. You know?
I didn't realize
Yes,
that.
you know, I don't really get much street cred with a Rossovich.
No,
Oh, wait,
I don't know how he wound up with that last
Tom
name.
Skerritt,
Look,
so,
I'm sorry?
Tom Skerritt was Viper. We mentioned him.
Yes,
last week.
Tom Skerritt. We don't need to go back down that Tom Skerritt rabbit hole, but yes.
You're right.
I'm just letting you know, Rick Ross, the rapper, came from Rossovich,
Okay.
but they had to cut it down. You know, it's common. People in our faith that did that when they came to Ellis Island back in the 1920s.
Right. A lot of different.
Well, that's
nationalities
true.
do
Wasn't
that.
My
just
grandparents
Jews,
had to do it.
Italians, and anybody that had a long name or a different name. They're like, nah, you know.
Yeah.
So
By the way, Rick Rosovich had a long-running role on the TV show ER as well.
did not know that.
Wow.
Look at this. All right.
I would count that against him.
I would too. I would too. So
Come on, you survived on a network television show for 2 years. You got to give him credit for something.
well, he's
Yeah.
surviving, but I
Like,
wouldn't
the whole
equate
entire
him.
cast of Lost was on television for 5 years, and 90% of those guys and women in that show couldn't act.
Right.
I don't give that credit.
Now, Big Mike McD is following along on the Twitch channel, twitch.tv. You can Shander Show for now.
Uh-huh.
And he says, damn, every time I miss a few shows, the whole damn thing changes. What up, Mosh? Thanks for mentioning it on ITB. Now, what did you mention to Big Mike McD on Inside the Birds?
You know, I think you just asked us a question, and I think we answered it. So I'm pretty sure that's.
It was just
the
an
case.
ask and answer?
We do it Ask ITB,
Right.
and yeah, I think we answered
Now-
this question.
Are you still going to do something along the lines of the IT? Okay, got
I
it.
hope everybody's been looking at InsideTheBirds.com, the website that we launched last week, because it's fantastic. It's got great content. I'm writing for it. Adam Kaplan's writing for it. And Andrew Checo has been doing unbelievable draft prospect breakdowns on it. So everybody should check that out.
Young head, man.
And you can
he's
subscribe. Subscribe free subscription, and you get stuff sent to you very easily. All our stories. You don't have to go find it yourself on the internet. So
Perfect.
It's great.
Perfect. All right, so there are a couple of things that happened, and I have something that I'm going to bring up in a little bit. But before that, this thing with Gabe Kapler is